What's up, guys? It's Andrew with 1031 Canine Academy. In this video, we'll be addressing what is being referred to as high risk deployments or hand to hand engagements. It's pretty much when the handler or the officer has to go hands on with the subject. In this video, we're going to be talking about different scenarios and what should happen as far as what the canine should be doing and what the handler, the officer, should be doing. So we're going to play it through and then we're going to break it down. You won't have any auto because basically it's just everybody encouraging the dog and encouraging the officer to fight. So alright, so you played through it, you saw it. A lot of people, because they're blind and clueless about how to do things, will look at this and be like, this is good training. The 25 likes that you see on the screen is proof of that, through comments that more than likely say, hey, good job. And then 10 shares, obviously there's a few people that think this is high speed, right? Well, let's jump into how it's not. Alright, see how the dog is holding and how it's pulling? The only reason that dog knows to engage the subject is because the handler is not engaging the subject. He's backing off. This is a routine. In a real fight, that dog will not know who to grab in a situation like that. He won't be able to tell whose arm is whose. So if your dog has to engage, don't engage the arm. Engage something else that is farther away from you. If you in this situation where you in bottom, for instance, go for the shoulder, the collarbone on the subject. Go for the back of the bicep, the tricep area. Go for the ass cheek. Go for the leg to pull the subject flat. Don't go for something that's right there near you, near where you're working with, because the dog can bite you. Now notice how the dog is pulling, the dog is fighting on the arm, right? It's not the strong arm, it's not the dominant arm, it's not the side that the weapon's going to be on. The officer's controlling that, which, because of that, he's got control, so I'm okay with the dog grabbing the weak side in this scenario. But more than likely, when the dog engages, the dog probably engaged first, and then the officer had to go on, or else you just let the dog do its job, right? So, in this scenario, if the dog engaged first and the officer had to go hands on, the dog should be on the strong side. But I'm thinking this dog was just fed the bite because it was caught in his backup. But notice how the dog is pulling, and notice how the officer is pulling the opposite direction. Notice how even the officer tried to wrap his leg around the arm that the dog is pulling on to pull the subject flat onto its stomach. They are working against each other. It's counterproductive, and that is why the subject has so much control. He's using the handler and the dog against each other, and he's just moving in between, going with the flow. No one is controlling the bottom half of the subject at all. Right there, he can fold over and stand up and slam the handler if he wanted to. Once again, it's counterproductive. The dog's pulling the one direction, the handler's pulling the other direction. it's not until this moment right here that they both get on the same page, and he's actually able to get control of the situation. But even with that, you saw the dog was still pulling. The dog should have been commanded to release so the guy could cuff the subject. Right there. Why didn't the officer bail out, have the dog go hands-on with the guy and let the dog control him, and you sit there and give the commands for the subject? I mean, why re-engage? Why try to wrap up the subject like he's trying to and be counterproductive of the dog? In a situation like this, if your dog engages the subject first, let the dog fight the subject until the subject wears out, until he's ready to submit and end. Because in a real situation, that dog's bite and grip, if he's fighting right, is going to do damage to that guy's arm, that subject's arm. He's not going to want to fight long and much with much damage. The issue is, most dogs are trained to bite and hold. They don't have a fight, they don't have a pull, they don't have any tearing or any sewing of the flesh. And right there, I think he finally realized, right before that happened, I think he realized, hey, let the dog pull him onto his stomach, and then I take control from there. And I also think the decoy was, okay, it's time to give him a win. And train realistically. If you are the decoy in this situation at doing training, fight. Don't give the dog an easy win. Don't give the handler an easy win. Make it as real as possible, as extreme as possible. Because the only way they're going to learn is through their failures. And the only way they can see their failures is if you bring them and show them to them by situations like this, doing things like this. And unfortunately, though, they're not seeing their flaws. I mean, 25 likes, 3 comments that probably say good job, and 10 shares of people promoting this stuff obviously says that people are not seeing the flaws in it. But hopefully you do.